Well, that looks interesting. All that and more coming up here on The Morning Jolt. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Morning Jolt episode here on this fabulous Monday morning. Gotta be honest, I'm super duper tired and I really don't want to be doing this right now. I really don't. It's Monday and I've got a case of the Mondays. Really, I'd just like to be back in the bed. But unfortunately, you all are demanding, and I've got a bunch of crap to do today, so it just absolutely is not an option for me today. So, I happen to be browsing around, and, man, look, here's a couple of things. First of all, I want to thank everyone that actually has done the thumbs up or the thumbs down on my Friday video, which was about the 4K flippy screen. I also had to change the titling on the video because I think the word F-U-C-K is not a very good word to put in your title if you're looking to monetize your content. Apparently, advertisers are not a fan. I don't know why not. It's a shortcut and it gets to the point. But, you know, corporate culture and all, you gotta keep things clean. So today, I want to talk about this new Zeiss ZX1. Everyone has got a Z or an X in their name these days. I'm not really for sure what that's all about. I don't know if that's really how they do it, but I mean, wait, Zeiss isn't even a Japanese company, are they? Sorry for the cultural appropriation. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. So yeah, this Zeiss ZX1 is it's a full-frame camera, but it has Lightroom built into it. Now, I don't really like the overall styling of this camera. It just kind of looks like a hunk of metal. I don't want to discount it out of hand. I mean, it might just feel fantastic. I just want to say that I don't think it does. It definitely has better ergonomics than, say, like your cell phone. But the fact that it has a touchscreen, that it has Lightroom built into it, it interests me because I want cameras to start going in this direction. And I gotta be honest, I did not foresee this, that Zeiss, of all the camera companies out there, that Zeiss would be the one to push the envelope. Now, a lot of you guys always harp, I'm not a millennial, I'm actually a Gen Xer. But I enjoy the smartphone experience, right? I think that that's the main reason why the point and shoot market is completely dead right now, because smartphones have gotten so good. I've started to see quite a bit of imagery coming from the new iPhones, and their computational photography, the way that they're using the stacked images and then artificially blurring the background while still not perfect, it is pretty damn close. My friend Max Yuriev did a bunch of sample videos, and I was literally shocked. The experience that we're getting from our smartphones, that is a much more intuitive experience. Just being able to touch, being able to do certain things, having a computer that is able to do a lot of the tedious work that distracts and takes away from our photography experiences. I don't see that as a bad thing at all. I'm not a spoiled millennial. I just would prefer that the experience that I have with such a shareable, with such a social media like photos and video, and that experience of getting those photos and videos out of my camera and up to the internet should be a much more pleasurable one. To be honest with you, I don't see why you couldn't, set up your phone as a hotspot, right? You're just out and about, and your phone or your camera, they're just constantly talking to one another. When I flip the camera on, it just automatically connects to the hotspot on my phone. I take a bunch of pictures, it's super duper sexy, and then I just immediately throw those up on Instagram. I don't want to have to connect to the camera's Wi-Fi, connect to my phone. I set it up in my phone, and then the camera just connects. I don't want to connect to you. I want the camera to connect to the phone. Now, to some of you, you all couldn't give a squirt less. I know that I have a large chunk of my audience is actually like the 45 up to 65 and older crowd, right in that range. But most of those are like old school photographers that don't really give a crap as much. And I don't know why. I mean, computers have vastly improved our lives. The ability to take the tediousness out of our day-to-day lives has been made better by things like smartphones, computers, tablets, things of that nature. We interact with those things almost all day, every day. And the interaction is a lot more fluid, in my opinion. But, to some of you all would prefer it to be super duper analog. I actually appreciate all the analog buttons, wheels, dials, and that sort of thing on my Fujifilm cameras. but having a full, big, beautiful touchscreen on the back, being able to automatically connect to a hotspot, making the camera do most of the work. You know, big, nice, juicy processors in our camera. I don't think that's too much to ask at all. So like I said, I don't really think that the Zeiss ZX1 is going to be like a top seller or anything. It almost kind of seems like it's more of a proof of concept kind of camera. But with that being said, I think that this is the right direction to be going in. So them having Photoshop Lightroom CC, which is like amazing to me already, with 512 gigabytes of storage built directly in, I'm assuming that it's solid state. You know, obviously they don't have a mechanical drive in there, you flipping moron. But at this point, I don't think that it's enough to just be cramming a bunch of specs into a camera. I like specs, I think they're great, but if real world use turns out to be a big turd, then no. There's no point in putting it in there. Save the money in R&D and wait until something better comes out. But Bluetooth and USB-C charging and all that stuff is fantastic. And I absolutely want it. If you can charge the cameras via a standard, regular old Amazon USB-C cable, great. But if you have to buy a $190 proprietary Canon USB-C adapter, then no. So I'm actually pretty excited about where the direction of this, at least this camera in general, is going, because this is the way I've been wanting cameras to kind of go for quite some time. Big, bright, you know, useful, pixel-dense screens, touchable interface, the flippy screen, obviously, and I'm still tallying those votes, by the way. But also a smartphone experience, being able to automatically connect, edit, do things with your photograph, being able to touch, maybe even have stylus support back here. I mean, I know that it's not, like, practical right now, but one of these days it really could be. What if the screen could detach? I had a couple of people on my last video suggest, hey, well, why don't we have a detachable screen altogether? Maybe it has, you know, some sort of wireless video image transfer or something like that, or maybe it can just be set up into the hot shoe. I think even those ideas would be pretty interesting. A lot of other people have also suggested that maybe Canon's got some patents or something on the flippy screen or whatever. I don't know that that's true. I've never seen any evidence of that. But if these other camera companies genuinely cannot make it, there are other options. So I'm just interested in seeing where cameras can go next. I mean, most all of them can take great pictures. Most all of them have some pretty decent video. Their autofocuses, though, are a bit questionable and have different tiers of awesomeness. But I would like to see some new and interesting things changed up with the camera experience more to a smartphone-like experience. So, you know, those are just kind of like my wishes. I really hope that it moves more and more and more in that direction. I mean, we have smart toothbrushes, for the love of God, but we have still got some of the dumbest cameras on the planet. Come on now, tell the truth. Y'all know I'm telling it. Think about it. We've got refrigerators that can contact space and then send us pictures of the shit that we need to replenish in our refrigerator, but we can barely get cameras to connect to anything. I can watch TV on a refrigerator. My toothbrush will report back to my phone and tell me if I've not done it long enough. But cameras, honestly, are completely dumb. I don't know. All right, guys, so that's all I've got for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to drop me a comment. Let me know if you all want your all's cameras to have a more smartphone-like experience. If yeah, great. Give me a thumbs up. And if you don't, do the little emojis. Do the thumbs up if yes, you want a smartphone experience. Thumbs down if you don't want a smartphone experience. And for those of you that don't want a smartphone experience, shut up. I'm just kidding. At any rate, if you love the video, go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel as well. I'm your host, Mark Puckett. Thanks for stopping here at the Morning Jolt on the Photo Video Show once again. And I'm going to see you guys again on the next one. Peace.